Failure's not instant. I mean, in some cases, I guess it could be, but I like to think of life and success and failure as a cheeseburger. If you had a cheeseburger and you had a heart attack immediately, you would change the way you eat. It doesn't work that way. It happens over time. So you eat thousands of cheeseburgers in your lifetime. I don't know the exact number, but I'm sure you could Google it and find out that it's quite a bit of cheeseburgers before you find out. Well, how does that parlay into success? Well, success is the same way. It usually doesn't happen overnight. It may look like it to some. You may see somebody and say, well, looky there, that guy got successful overnight. Take the story of Steve Martin. He worked on street corners as a little boy, and he played his banjo and did silly things, and no one thought he was much more than a mischievous little kid. But he became one of the biggest box office comedian stars ever to play the game. He didn't start out a superstar. He didn't start out anybody knowing his name. There was a little boy born in Bethlehem. You know that story. So I tell people all the time, I say, life is a lot like two-edged sword. You can do what the rich people do, or you can sit around and complain about it. My dad told me a long time ago, Billy, you're going to be better off trying to become rich than to complain about the rich. Make more money if you don't like what it's costing you to do things. That's on you. If you're an entrepreneur and you're sitting around wondering, how do I get to be that top 5%? It's not 1%. Don't let anybody tell you that. It's 5%. 5% of the people are successful. And it's because they do things that everybody else can do. But the 95% who don't do it. You understand? If a rich person gets up in the morning, or a successful person gets up in the morning, or somebody who's blessed, which I like to call it blessing, not success or being rich, but if any of those things fall into that category, what are they doing? I can tell you what I do. I've got 3 things I got to get done when I wake up. And I make sure I get those 3 things done. And my day's over. I make sure that I tell myself how much God loves me and how much I'm special to the people in my circle. I live my life the way that I can, and I do the best that I can. I decide who ruins my day. See, the thing about Cheeseburger Effect is really simple. We don't see it till it's too late. You can get it. I think, what was it? Everybody's heard the story of Colonel Sanders. Maybe you haven't. He got his first $1 million when he was 76. I wrote my first book when I was 50. See, I eat a lot of cheeseburgers too.